Hey guys, it's Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather and the monsoon as it relates to Colorado. We're in the surge right now. Here are a few of the things I'm going to look at in this update. The afternoon thunderstorm chances, which are likely almost every single day. There's only one day where they drop way down, and that's the 18th, in between these two surges. That's one of the drier days I've seen in a long time. Two surges, we're in a medium to large one right now, and then the second one is much smaller, 820 to 822. I'll show you that one coming up, and we'll look at two events: the Leadville Trail 100 Run, which is Saturday 820, and also the Triple Bypass, which is a big bike event here in Colorado. We'll look at that as well coming up. I want to take you to the big picture. This is our water vapor satellite imagery. So we're in the plume right now. Let me just show you where the high is approximately, and it's being squeezed. It's right here. It's in a position where the door's wide open for this plume, but you can see this tropical circulation coming in from the south, squeezing it from that direction. But we are definitely in the plume, and with this type of flow around it, the southerly winds are bringing in high dew point air into Colorado out of New Mexico. So the oranges and reds represent drier air aloft. So the plume, as you can see, it is showing up in white, blues, and greens. And all of that is moving in. And what it does, I mean, we've seen dew points in Denver today of 60, 61, 62, which is high for Denver and as high as it's been this entire season. It seems like these surges have been pushing in 60 to 61 degree dew point air, so a 62 is something significant. So that's what we're seeing on the water vapor satellite. Here's the radar across the sea. Let me zoom in one so you can kind of see what's going on. This morning we got nailed, or last night we got nailed in southeast Denver with like 2.5 inches of rain in like an hour. In Aurora, 225, general southeast Denver. And then we got nailed this morning up in the Broomfield area with like 3.5 inches in 2 hours. Here's the situation now in Denver. We're waiting on the next batch. You can see this batch coming out of the mountains. And it's basically lined up along I-70 with showers and thunderstorms. 1 to 2 inches of rain in an hour. Not out of the question and pretty common from what I'm seeing out of this event. Some shower storms south as well, but maybe not as numerous, but definitely some thunderstorms down there over the southern mountains, some rain in Colorado Springs, and it's going to be a wet night in southern Colorado as all of this moisture, which you see across I-70 in Denver, will eventually tonight move south and hit southern Colorado and throughout the day tomorrow in southern Colorado. Here's what I wrote on my blog this morning. Monsoon season continues in Colorado. I just kind of ran down some of the dates of the two surges. Then I'm going to look at these the Leadville Trail 100 and Triple Bypass. And I also made the comment that it looks to me like the monsoon's going to it's going to be active through the end of August and stay a player with, the key is timing out the surges. Life is pretty normal in between the surges, but it looks like it's going to be active through the end of the month. I looked at the current setup. I looked at the excessive rainfall outlook. You can see this was the outlook for today. Let me show you what the outlook is for tomorrow, the 17th. It shifts into southern Colorado. Like I was saying, all of this moisture over the I-70 corridor now will end up in southern Colorado, so that's why it shifts to the south. That prospect for flash flooding is higher down there. My forecast for the Leadville Trail 100, you can see most of the week we're in a surge now, and then we go drier. On the 18th, it's very dry. And then by the 20th, I've got a dry morning on tap for the 20th and the 21st with high chances for afternoon weather. And it may come in a little early, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. But that does leave most of the morning dry for that event. You can see in the hourly, I've got a 10% chance of something happening at 10 a.m. on the 20th in Leadville. But the highest chances are noon to 4, and then things start to drop off by the evening hours. I looked at the Triple Bypass on 820. Air temps over Loveland and Vail Passes appear to start at about 31 and then end up in the middle 50s by the afternoon. Unless you get hit by a storm, then that drops the air temperature, of course. But you can see my forecast is basically dry mornings up there. And then at noon, the chances go up, and then they drop off by about 9 o'clock. I also put a forecast on here for total precip by Saturday night. You can see the flow's rich out of the south, and the biggest numbers are basically I-70 and south for 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain in some of these areas. So yeah, take a look at that if you get a chance. Here is what the GFS thinks. Let me take you into this forecast. So again, GFS American model here. So over the next 24 hours, here's Wednesday morning, some activity before noon in the southern mountains, but all other zones It appears to wait until later in the day, and even in the afternoon, the activity is mainly south of I-70. So that's Wednesday, the 17th. All right, here's the 18th, very dry. Very dry. Driest day in a while. And then on the 19th, a little bit of activity before noon, southwest and west Colorado, and then some pretty big stuff in the afternoon. Afternoon thunderstorms likely. Here comes the next surge. You can see there's the moisture well before noon, racing in, and then activity all the way through the afternoon. And here is Sunday, the 21st. A little bit of activity by noon, a little before noon, and then showers, thunderstorms likely into the afternoon as well. So that gets you through the weekend. Definitely it's active except for that one day. So there you go. Always appreciate it, guys. Thank you for tuning in here, and take care.